Do you want to be able to create a dynamic project tracker like this, showing your staff, the tasks involved in that project, the project name, and how much of that project has been completed, how much is remaining, with a nice visual here? So when you've done an aspect of the project, you check with this checkbox and you can see already it's dynamically updating how much of that project has been completed, giving you a total here. Well, if you want to know how to do something similar to this, stick around and I'll show you how. But before I do continue, please like, subscribe and share. Well, the first thing you need to do is open up Microsoft Excel, open up a new sheet like this. Then in that sheet, let me make these cells bigger. What you want to do is think about what is the project name that you want to create. So what I'm going to do for this specific project is this one is to do with a CRM implementation like this. Okay, so that is the project there. Now for that project, I've assigned specific staff members to be involved in that project. So in this column here, what I'm going to do is add the staff names. So staff A, staff B, staff C, staff D, staff E, staff F, like that. Okay, so that's the staff name, and these are the names of those staff members there. On the right side here, well, just above here, I'm going to write the tasks. So task 1, task 2, whatever the task is, task 3, task 4, task 5, and task 6. So those are all the tasks related to this CRM project, and basically everybody's going to be involved in those tasks. So here, I want to add a column to say how much of those tasks have been completed, how much is still remaining there. I'm going to make this column bigger like this. So all my tasks are here in relation to the project, all the staff are here, and now here what I'm going to do is add checkboxes. So basically once they've done their responsibility for that specific task, I'm going to enable that checkbox. So I'm going to highlight all these cells here. I'm going to go to insert at the top, and in insert, in the ribbon, go to controls, and you can see a control there which is called checkbox. I'm going to click on checkbox, and what it's done automatically is added checkboxes in all those specific cells that have been highlighted. So for example, task 1, where everybody's involved in that task, once they've done their specific duty for that task, you just check that task off against that specific task member. Then you go on to task 2, do the same, task 3, do the same, so on and so forth, like this, all the way across. Now, once you've done that, here is the completed cell. So basically what I want the completed cell to do is we're going to be using a formula to work out how many tasks this staff member has completed out of all the tasks that have been assigned to him. So for example, staff A here has got 6 tasks assigned to him, and once you click on the checkbox, it will work out how many tasks they've completed in a percentage out of all those tasks. The very first thing you do when you do a formula is type in equals, and we're going to use a formula called COUNTIF. So it's going to do a count. It's going to count how many cells are here. So highlight all the cells in that row. But basically it's going to count just the cells that are true in the row, this row here. In this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells are true because those cells have been highlighted. So to enable that to happen, you do a comma and you type in true. Bracket closed, and what it's doing, it's counting all this range of cells and it's figuring out how many of those cells are actually true. So we know 5 are true. There's another thing we're going to do. We're going to do a // we're going to say out of how many cells in total there are in that row with the checkbox. And we know there's 6. So there is a formula for that, and that's count A, bracket open, highlight the cells like this, all of them this time, bracket closed, and then enter. Now you can see it's put this as a numerical value. 0.83 cells have been highlighted out of the 6 specific cells there. If I uncheck this, this number should go down. If I uncheck this, this number should go down. So it's saying 0.5, which is 50%, because 3 out of the 6 cells have been highlighted. But we need to change this value to a percentage. But before we do that, we highlight the cell, because we're going to drag that formula all the way down to the other cells as well, instead of having to do that formula manually again. So to the bottom right hand corner of the cell here, that's been highlighted where you put the formula in. Go to the bottom right hand corner until your cursor changes to a black cross. When it changes to a black cross like that, double click and it will add that formula across to the other cells there. The other thing we need to do is change this to a percentage. So make sure all these cells have been highlighted. At the top, go to the home option. From the home option, in the number section here, change from 0.5 from this drop down to a percentage. 50% is changed it to now, but it's added the decimal point and there's numbers afterwards as well. If you want to get rid of that, make sure these cells are highlighted, and here in that number section you can see here increase decimal point or decrease decimal point. If I click on decrease, it will get rid of a 0 from there. If I click it again, it will put a whole number in there. So that's what I want for this specific exercise, 50%. We're going to take this a step further, because at the moment we've got 50%, which is a numerical value. I want to put a little progress bar in here, and there is a way to put a progress bar in these specific cells. So at the top in the home option, we're going to go to conditional formatting here in the styles section, conditional formatting, and we're going to choose from the drop down here data bars, and we're going to choose a data bar. There is to click on more rules here, and from here more rules, because you want the bar to increase when the number increases, we're going to change these values here in the rule description and in the type. So the minimum is at the moment automatic. We're going to change that to a number, and the value for that is going to be 0, because that's the smallest number. But the maximum value should be a number, and we're going to put in 1 in there like that. We're going to change the color here in terms of our bar appearance. I'm going to change it to green because I like the color green. Okay, and click on OK. Now you can see it's added a bar halfway across that cell. So let me just test this functionality to see if it's working. Here you can see the bar is reducing on that first row. If I click uncheck all of them, 0%, that bar is not there now. But if I click on any of the cells or the checkboxes within it, you can see that bar increases every single time. Yeah, so now all those checkboxes have been checked. That bar is full at 100%. So that's a really nifty way to add a data bar to show progress within your specific spreadsheet. Now here is how much of that staff's task list is left in terms of a percentage. Now this is quite an easy one to do. In here, all you simply do to work out the remaining left is do equals, and you type in 1 minus whatever's in this cell here. So highlight the cell, click on enter. So they've completed 100%, 0% left. You're going to copy this formula all the way down to the rest or the remaining cells. So highlight it, go to the bottom right hand corner of that cell until you get the black cross in your cursor, double click, and that formula has been added to the other cells. A really good example here is this staff E has completed 83% of their duties. They've only got 17% left. If you add 83% to 17%, you'll get 100%. So that works, which is absolutely great. We can add data bars to this cell as well. We highlight this, highlight all these cells, and at the top, under conditional formatting, go to data bars, and in exactly the same way as you added the data bar in the completed column, you're going to go to more rules. Down here, you're going to change the automatic to number, making sure the minimum value is 0, and the maximum value is a number again, is number 1. But the color here this time, I'm going to change it to red and click on OK. So there you go. So if I play around with it now, we're getting somewhere in terms of where we are with this specific dynamic tracker dashboard. So you can really keep this up to date as and when tasks in that specific project are completed. So at the moment, the default should be that. So 100% of the tasks remain, nothing's being completed at the moment. Now, if I switch over to the completed spreadsheet, you can see there's a total bar here, total complete in this exemplar. You can see there is a total there. Okay, so if I switch over to we need a total here. So I'm going to add a total here. So here, what I want to do for the completed column is work out the average, for the total that's been completed. So we need a formula, and the function we're going to use is average, and we're going to do bracket open. We're going to highlight all these cells here, bracket closed, enter, and hopefully that's going to work out the average. This cell is going to be one take away whatever's in there. So at the moment, this works dead easy. It's automatically put that formula in there, which is 1 minus whatever's in I10, which is great. What I'm going to do now is show you how to format this specific spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is add cell borders. So I'm going to highlight everything from here to here. Go to home. In here under font, you can see the border. I'm going to add a border like that. Okay, it's getting somewhere at the moment. I'm going to make this cell bigger like this. And then here in tasks, I'm going to merge tasks. So the word tasks shows in the middle there. So I'm going to highlight from there to there. And then here under the home tab, under alignment, I'm going to click on merge and center. So I'm going to merge all those cells so tasks appears in the middle there. Completed here, and here you can see an empty cell there. I'm going to merge these two together. Click on merge and center. Do the same with the remaining, merge and center. And I'm going to put both completed and remaining in the center. Those titles are going to be in the center. So highlight both, go in alignment, and here click on center there. I'm going to do the same with staff, the title for staff even. Highlight both cells, the empty one and the one with the title staff in. Click on merge and center, but also click on center align, middle align there. I'm going to align these so these are in the middle like this. I'm going to align these so the staff names and the total is in the middle as well like this. What I'm going to do is add a bit more formatting to make sure the titles are bold, so on and so forth. So I'm going to do that very quickly like this. Put the staff name and total like this. I'm going to add a bit of color. Okay, I'm not going to spend too time adding color, but I'm going to add some color as well. So here we go. Some random colors are going to come now like this. So you can just use and play around with it till you get the color scheme you want. You can use your organizational colors. That's absolutely fine. So completed, remaining like this. I'm going to merge these as well. I'm going to have the black color in there because those cells are not really showing anything. Now, when I test it, click on it. You can see the individual progress is updating. The remaining is updating, but the overall is also updating at the same time. You can see that. One thing I've forgotten to do is add a progress bar under completed here for the total. So highlight this, go to conditional formatting, go to data bars, go to more rules, and here do the same thing as you did before. Number, one in there, change this color to a different color. So I'm going to choose blue, click on OK. and you can see it's added a blue data bar there, so because I want it to distinguish against the individual completed progress bar. I'm going to do the same with this one. Go to conditional formatting, data bars, go to more rules, choose type or number, maximum number, and the number here is going to be number 1. I'm going to change this color to orange because I want it to be distinguishable between the individual remaining progress bars. So when I now play around with it, or I am using it, you can see actually it's doing what I wanted it to do, which is brilliant. You can play around with the color schemes to make sure it is what you want it to be. The last thing I wanted to do is show you how to add, if I click over to the exemplar, this donut progress bar, that visual. So I'm going to go over to my specific spreadsheet. The first thing I'm going to do is highlight both these titles, completed and remaining. Hold down then the control button on your keyboard, then go down and highlight both the completed and the remaining percentages as well. And what you can see, let go of the control button, completed title and the remaining title have been highlighted, the corresponding completed progress and the remaining progress have also been highlighted. That is important for you to be able to create your donut chart. At the top, go to insert, go down to the chart section here, choose insert pie or donut chart, click on the down arrow, and you will get a list of options of different charts you've got. So I'm going to choose the donut one here, choose that, and move the chart over to the right side. Now you can see it's added a key at the bottom with the blue is associated with how much of the task has been completed, and the red is how much of the task is remaining. We're going to change the title of this chart to project status, like this. And the thing is, this chart becomes a dynamic chart now, because if I go away and enable or change some of these checkboxes, enable them so the progress changes, this chart will automatically update at the same time. So you can see quite quickly the chart is showing or updating as I'm updating my spreadsheet. And that's how very quickly you can create a professional looking dynamic project tracker in Excel. I hope you've liked this video. Hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about this video? Please do like, please subscribe, please hype this video. That's a new option. It helps me. Everything you do in terms of liking, subscribing, hyping this video is free for you, but it just helps me out. It helps me continue to make these videos for you. Please do like, share. Have a lovely day.